자. 여러분, 저기 한 주 동안 잘 지내셨죠? 오늘은 비도 오고 손님들이 한 명도 없어요. 이 앞에 이제 지하철도 다니고 그래서 조금 시끄럽지만 여러분들한테 좀 양해 부탁드리고요.
Okay, driver.
Driver.
Did you like driver? Last time you bombed it like 300 plus.
Oh,
With the
ground reaction force.
Yes. Look at the club face here from the side. The club face is not totally flat for the driver. It has a little bit more angle on the top.
충분하네.
Yes,
Is it
so it's like
everything
bumping.
like this?
Most of them. Check.
검증 들어갑니다. 아, 이것도 진짜네. It's like a 볼록해.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of the bump. So I want you to feel like you want to hit the sweet spot slightly upward this way. That's why we need to tee a little bit higher. And when you hit the ball right here, to strike the ball this way, you're going to create less backswing, which the ball is just going to keep flying in the air longer. That's how you gain more distance as well.
So sweet spot is not exactly in the middle for driver.
Doesn't have to be, it can be a little bit higher. So we can already give advantage with that by tee up a little bit higher. And you're also gonna have that power, the feeling of like up long. You wanna hit them up. Okay, the ball position will be inside of the left heel. You don't wanna be too out as well. You don't wanna be too centers as well. A lot of people teed up in the center. And when they strike the ball, of course the club is just going to reach the bottom too early. That is when they hit under the ball just like kind of like fireworks.
High ball, right?
Make sure you get your ball position correctly. If you can draw a T, spine angle, and the shoulder, the T will be tilted. So pretty much you just want to tilt back the upper body a little bit more to the right side. Set it up. Today I'm going to explain about P1 to P10 for the driver. Swing wise, almost the same, but there's some techniques that need to be adjusted. So you want to feel like you are kind of like not scoop, but kind of up low. Send the ball as high as possible with low backspin as possible.
오늘 보니까 드라이버가 정말 기네요, 채가. Okay.
Last night I was talking to one of my good friends. Now he's in Phuket playing a tournament there, and he is one of the straight driver hitter I ever seen. Like his shot is just straight. So I asked him like, do you want to share some tricks and tips to me? So he said this. He normally when he hits a driver, he don't really think about the club. A lot of people they concentrate onto the club face, club shaft, or whatever this position. So he said focus on your physical movements more than mechanics. So that is it, tricks and tips. Like maybe that's what he's thinking.
They more depends on their movement, right?
Yes,
okay.
correct. So I don't want you to guys just like concentrate on the club, trying to like hit the ball to hit the club to the ball, or trying to get from here to there so much. Crown is here, so we want at least half and above. Okay. Okay. After you set up here, feel a little bit of a dragging. Same thing, right? With the irons, all the arms and hands is not moving just yet. There's nothing moving like this. Also, the dynamics starting to happen already from P2, P1 to P2. Just a little bit wider feeling for you guys.
자, 여기까지는 여러분 뭐 크게 어려운 게 없습니다. 일단 테이크백까지는 네, 삼각형 유지하고 쭉 가주는 거.
Because the driver is the longest club in the back, so definitely you're going to have a bigger and wider swing automatically. Okay, so you don't want to have the club like really close to your body. P3, pushing the club away, further and further away from your body. And the handset's also going to be the same. The hand still gonna be right in the middle of the shaft. Okay, right hand also is the one support the left arm to be straightened out. Okay, I don't want you to use same thing with the irons. I don't want you to use your left hand to push to create this coupling motion. Now, right here, your weight is already onto your right hip, the right pivot, and rotating on it, starting to rotate on it. Here, P3 to P4. Pretty much the same with the irons as well, because even though it's a longer club, you still don't want to add extra hands or arms, okay, to the holding part. 2, 3, watch me. 4. See how the coil happens here? Really tight right here. The knees also is not too much of a swing that's here. Right, so the knee just push down, maybe next to your toe. Swing it up. 2, 3, 4. Give an extra coil. On the top swing, your right hand will feel like you're carrying a tray automatically if you have really good handset on the P3. Even though it's a longer club, you want to hit really hard. That is not necessary for you to just push everything until you overswing. Overswing doesn't mean that you have more power, right? Okay, so just go as far as you can go. Boom. Even though the club is not parallel to the ground, let it be. I love it. For me, at P5, I think it was the key point for driver, for a good driver. If you watch a lot of YouTube clips, I'm not saying that they're saying it wrong, but this is just my technique today. A lot of them will ask you to have an extra lag or the maximize your lag from here.
Shallowing.
The shallow is fine, but now people kind of mistaking the shallow and the maximize lag. The shallow is when the club kind of drop back, but this motion, when you're doing too much, when you're doing too much of the lag, as you can see, when you're lagging your wrist in, it's kind of like approaching closer to your body, right? And everything will happen really steep automatically, and then it forces you to use your hand right here a lot. So for me personally, I like to push the club kind of away and create like a really big arc from the back to kind of store all my energy and power and explode it right at the ball instead of lagging it too much.
Oh, if your arc is too big, maybe hit the ground. Da 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 da. No?
As you can see here, why am I hitting the ground? Because my weight is not shifting, right? My weight is starting to shift back to my left already. Okay, so I'm calling this early shift, early weight shift. Okay, then from here,
When you hit iron, you don't do this?
might be a little bit slower than the driver.
Because
Because I don't want to be too swaying on my dynamic as well. You don't want to be too far forward. When you're too far forward, of course, you're just going to bring the club direct to the balls, creating the slide shots again. Okay? Shifting my weight, I also feel like I'm pushing the club away from my body as well, while I'm holding on the hinge that I have. And kind of like fighting against each other. So the hip wants to go this way, the hand wants to stay and push it away from the hip, the head. Then from here you're starting to create a longer and bigger arc from the back already. Okay, here. Okay, the hand want to stay back, the hips want to go. So we create a lot of resistance here. Right, ready to explode later. So this is just my trick. Whoop, top swing, pulling back. Feeling I'm pushing the club quite far away from my ear or my head. Bring it closer. Shallow back my ear. Okay, so this is P4, P5. Okay, then from here, P6. As I say, it was an early weight shift, right? Then you will have an early rotation system on your hips. It's kind of twisted away from the ball already, and my weight is not even fully on my left just yet. Okay, because I want to have my upper body staying a little bit back to have that up.
Oh, this motion I think I saw a lot in baseball, right?
Yeah, almost like a
Impact. Yeah, like that.
Yes, to kind of create maximize power as you can. We'll start it to shift to the front and then slide it open to the heels. Okay. Oop. You would feel this hip is kind of away from the ball. The leg will be slightly tilted to the backside a little bit while you are rotating, right? But I don't want you to have fully weight on your rise as well. There will be some weight shift and then extra rotations. Okay, at this point, your hip is already almost there, and the arm is just right here. You still want to keep hold of this leg. Okay, and the arm maybe feel a little bit further back because we're creating that push motion from P5, right? Here. Right? Stay back a little bit. Depends on your design to your shots as well. If you want it a little bit to cut shot, then you can maybe bring it a little bit steeper with a little bit closer top face. For the draw, which I would recommend most of you to do the draw. Top face open here. The hips already early rotate and early shift. Ready to strike to number 7.
How about the hand, like finger skills? Someone say like finger.
You can feel the thumb. For me, I would like to concentrate on the thumb. Thumb keeping up. And also the knuckle still facing my elbow.
아, 이게 여기를 보고.
Yeah, and the thumb's facing up. So if the thumb is already pointing down, like this one, like fishing, like when you went to fishing, right? So you don't want to cast this way. You want to keep holding.
Keep it.
And so you want to keep the thumb up. So this could be the trick that for you to keep the shot. Because also if you make it like really, really forcing it, you're going to have some tight in the joints as well. So slowly, like add little bit by little bit. Like I said, I don't want you to add too much until the club is closing into your head. So at P7, what kind of pictures you want to see? Is it this?
No.
Is it this?
No.
I feel like I'm teaching the kids. So you want to see this?
Yes.
Nice. Okay, you can see here my hip is not forward. Okay, it's staying slightly pulling back even more.
Here? Why?
Yes. Okay, just concentrate on this. The last 2-3 fingers actually. Boom. Then from here, I want you to feel like this point, the butt, slightly turn back to your body over here.
Ah, okay.
So at P7, I want you to feel like you are releasing or snapping, but not slapping. Right? So you're slapping like this. If you slap.
Just middle belly, right?
Yes. The body already aligned back. Okay? The chest still staying behind the ball. So you also don't want to keep dripping the upper body towards as well. Okay? Stay back. Okay? And then also in your feeling of your feet, your right foot will slightly help to keep left hips open also. That's the ground reaction for it.
Yeah.
Yes. It's the motion of me trying to keep up. So after you feel like you already press everything to your left, early rotations in here, your right foot can help slip of keeping up. For the driver, I want you to feel like you accelerate a little bit more on the P8. On the P8, a lot of people also do a lot of these mistakes, tend to cup the hands again. So the left hand is kind of like cupping again. It's actually pushing out really straight, both of them straight. Thumb, if I cup, my thumb slightly pushing out, pointing out. Both of the thumb, I want you to feel is pointing down.
아, 엄지손가락이 왼쪽 오른쪽 둘 다 P8이 클럽 헤드를 right? 클럽 헤드? 클럽 헤드를 향하는 게 지금 아주 인상적입니다. 와, 이렇게 쫙 펴지게.
Send them far as you can and stretch out, extend as you can. You see? Right? And then from here, continue to P9. Boom. Then from here, your left hand starting to cup.
Finally, P9 thumbs up.
Yes, thumbs up. So don't early cupping it from your P8. Give an extra accelerate right here. Then you will have that picture. So, boom.
So make a C curve little bit.
A little bit. Even though your head is here, you still can use your eye line there, right? Eye line still staying here again. This is going to happen because the body was blocked. Okay, so all the speed that goes down to the cup head going to send up too early. 2 thumbs down. Arm fully extend. Okay, eye line can also follow the way. Then from here, P9. Boom. Okay, the chest fully turned, facing the target. Thumbs up. This one, still keep the elbow, okay guys? Don't forget, this one never open. Still want to keep this two elbow connected. Thumbs up. Then from here, extra.
P10, you don't have to make C curve too much, right?
No, not too much. If you keep C curve for too long, it could slowly hurt your back. You don't have to force your abilities of your body of the rotations. Just go as far as you can.
Oh, good shot.
Okay, the conclusion for the driver, I think I would suggest you to feel like you don't want to bring this club head too close to your body. Try to create a bigger arc as possible. A lot of people tend to slow down. Of course, you're going to lose all the speed and all the work that you've been doing, right?